All right, everyone, this is Tim with Online Big Blue. We'll bring you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. We are going to do a Leonard Williams show today. Why? Because I want to talk about what I refer to as somewhat ridiculous demands from Leonard Williams and what the Giants situation is, what they can do, what they could possibly do with Mr. Williams, and what they could possibly do with Dalvin Tomlinson, and so on and so on. But the one thing, just want a quick reminder, February 28th, which is this Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to be doing another live stream. It's going to be a call-in show live stream. If you are interested in being part of the call-in portion of the show, send me an email at tim@onlineBigBlue.com. Again, that's tim@onlineBigBlue.com. And just say, hey, Tim, I would like to be one of the callers. We are probably going to do maybe 5 callers because, like I said, we are just checking out the technology for the radio show. It's going to be coming up for a couple weeks. But like I said, we're going to be using Zoom. You just need Zoom audio, so that will not be a problem. But if you do want to participate, just shoot us an email. But now let's get into this Leonard Williams situation. Leonard Williams has come out and said that basically he wants to be paid like Aaron Donald. He wants anywhere between $20 and $21 million. And the reports are that the Giants are far apart and not even close to getting an agreement done, but it's early. And like they were saying that and this comes from the athletic reports, that it's still early and things are moving fast. But the Giants are saying that they want to be between, probably 16, 18 million. Leonard Williams wants to be between 20 and 21 million. He wants to be paid like DeForest Buckner and Chris Jones. Okay, this is just crazy to me. And of course, they're saying that Leonard Williams does not want to give the Giants a home team discount. The Giants saved this man's career. They put him back on the map. And you know what? And he doesn't want to offer any type of discount to the New York Giants. I mean, I think LT said it best.
Gentlemen, which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
Because you got to be smoking crack if you think you are worth $20 to $21 million after one good season out of 6. Okay, he had the one Pro Bowl season. But he has never duplicated or had any type of this success in any of his other previous seasons. Now, is this a harbinger of things to come? Is he now going to be a Chris Jones? Is he now going to be an Aaron Donald? I'm not seeing it. And I'm not seeing wrecking our cap and basically letting Dalvin Tomlinson walk for a guy who for years was the king of the almost sack. And I love it because people point to, well, he had 61 pressures. And I've said this before, and people in the NFL will tell you this. The pressure stat is only used by fans, sportscasters, and people like Pro Football Focus. Why? And I've been in meeting rooms for this. I've been in defensive meeting rooms because of the fact that if you do not give the result of the pressure, it means nothing. Out of those 61 pressures, let's say, what if the quarterback is 50 out of 61? You need to know the results of the pressure, not just he got pressure on the quarterback. The Duck over in the Chargers was one of the most heavily pressured quarterbacks last season. And he completed like something ridiculous, like 68% of his passes for like 1,200 yards and 15 touchdowns. I don't remember off the top of my head. But he actually excelled under pressure. And then we also need to don't forget that there was a 2-game stretch where we need Leonard Williams to come up big, and he failed. And that was the game against Arizona and the game against Baltimore. Because people will point to, well, he was a wrecking crew in Seattle. Sure, and we won the game. And he was a wrecking crew at the end of the season when that's great. But what about the 2 games in between that we could have used to help propel us into the playoffs and not need the Eagles to win? What happened to that? Do we just forget that he didn't do anything in those 2 games whatsoever, that he went into the tank? And you want me to give you $21 million and you don't want to give a home team discount because of the fact that the Giants resurrected your career? I mean, that's just insane to me. And then you see everywhere else that week. You know what the Giants should do? The Giants should tag him. Leonard Williams again. Second year of the tag. That's $19.3 million on the cap sheet if we tag him. And then you're under the assumption that you can then trade him. But if you don't trade him and he plays on the tag, you're carrying almost a $20 million number. It just doesn't make sense to me. The Giants are cash strapped right now with the salary cap. Yes, and I know the salary cap is actually a living, breathing thing and that we can make space. But even if you make let's say we make $38-40 million, you're going to give 16 of that to Leonard Williams and you hope that he takes more money into a deferred bonus? Leonard Williams was not the New York Giants defense. A lot of Leonard Williams sacks, and you can watch them, were coverage sacks. If anything, he should give credit to our old buddy James Bradbury and Isaac Yiadom. Hey-oh. But seriously, folks. And that's what you need to look at. There was a couple sacks that you watch, the quarterback fell into Leonard Williams. And I don't default anyone with that because someone's got to get the sack, but I could see him easily going from his 11-sack season back to his normal average of 3.5 to 5.5 sacks. And you're going to tell me that that is worth $20-something million. You are going to wreck your cap for years to give Leonard Williams all that money. Because you have to remember, yes, we have a lot of cap space in 2022. But you're going to keep burning it if you give these players these big contracts. And you have Saquon Barkley coming up. You have our old buddy Daniel Jones coming up. So, I mean, you're going to have contracts coming up because we all know Daniel Jones is the franchise quarterback. Okay, man, that's never going to get old. I mean, I'm telling you, man, it's just one of those things. Like I said, we're going to have a lot of fun once we get the radio show going on because I'm just awesome. Oh, thank you. Hello, Cleveland. There will be no encore. Sometimes you got to have fun in life, guys. But you know what? He is just not worth the money right now for the Giants. There are different ways we can get. I mean, if anything, I would sign, and we've talked about this, I would sign Dalvin Tomlinson. I would let Leonard walk. There are other pass rushers who are actually pass rushers who are known. Leonard Williams wants to be listed as a defensive end because he wants the defensive end number. He does not want the defensive tackle number. And that's what it's always been. Leonard Williams has always been about the money, and I've never fault an NFL player for trying to get the money. I did a video December 26, 2 years ago, because we spoke to someone inside Leonard Williams' agent's office, and he said that he wanted Aaron Donald number. Go back, Aaron Donald money. Go back and watch the video. And I got blasted for it. I don't know you didn't know what you're talking about, Tim. You're crazy. He doesn't want that kind of money. Yeah, that's what he wanted. And that was what he wanted 2 years ago, coming off his half-a-sack season. So the craziness in this whole thing is, do we really think he is worth that money? And the answer is no. Let him go. We'll get a third rounder for him, compensatory pick. Let's sign players such as Dalvin Tomlinson, who is a homegrown guy, who has been a consistent Giant, who never misses a game, who helps keep that middle clogged to offer protection to people like Blake Martinez. You also have Dexter Lawrence, and let's get a true defensive edge. A true edge. And that would make more sense than sitting there and giving all this money to a guy who could potentially fall back into what his career was for 5 years. There has been too much history in the NFL of teams overpaying for one-hit wonders in their big season. There's been too much of that. There's been a lineage of history. Big Daddy Wilkerson, that's the one I always talk about. He played a couple good seasons, had one monster season, then he took that huge freaking contract with the Redskins and basically put that team in salary cap hell for years. We can't make the same mistake. We have too many deficiencies right now on this team to make a mistake to overpay for a free agent who may not even be worth $12 million. And it's one of those things, especially in the NFL, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. If there's a team out there that wants Leonard Williams for this kind of money, I'd let him go. And I'm not going to hijack my salary cap during the start of free agency for Leonard Williams. And then the other thing that worries me is that if they do sign this deal, you're going to then let Dalvin Tomlinson walk because there's no way we can sign both. But I just, it's just one of those things that, yes, Leonard Williams had a fantastic season, but he was not the end-all, be-all for the Giants. He had his game in spurts. It's not like he was as a consistent of performer like James Bradberry or Blake Martinez. Who, if you're going to give Leonard Williams $20 million, James Bradberry needs 30. And same with Blake Martinez. You got to give Blake Martinez at least 25. Because it's just not there. And I wish Leonard luck. I wish the Giants luck, but I don't see it. And again, February 28th, like I said, we are going to be doing our live stream. And it's going to be a call-in live stream. If you want to participate and be one of the callers, email me at tim@onlineBigBlue.com. And again, that's tim@onlineBigBlue.com. And we will make sure that you, hopefully, like I said, I think we're going to take a limited amount of spaces. So hopefully those spaces are going to be available soon. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue. You know what? The music just cut in right there. And that's a loud music. And to make sure we can't even turn that off. But like I said, if you want to come in, it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. I think I really appreciate everyone that does join the live streams. And like I said, just stop by either way. But again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could subscribe, if you could ring that bell, I think what that means, that'd be awesome.